You're born in a nest, tucked deep within the thick, overgrown grass of a remote valley, away from prying eyes. The air is dense, and the earthy scent of wet soil fills your nostrils, mingling with the distant scent of rotting plants. The moment you crack open your egg and feel the damp earth beneath you, a sudden sense of reality hits. No one's there to guide you. No comforting touch, no soft chirping of a mother, just the harshness of the world greeting you. And as you stumble out of the egg, your tiny body feeling foreign, the first thing that hits you is an overwhelming instinct to survive. There's no mother to shield you from the world outside, no cozy nest awaiting you. This world is unforgiving, and it's all on you now. You look around through blurry vision, feeling the weight of the world already bearing down on your fragile little body. The ground beneath you is soft, but it's not the comfort you'd hoped for. It's wet and damp, a dark, gloomy setting where the shadows loom larger than life. You can hear the faint rustling of the grass around you, the movement of something big, something dangerous. There's a constant hum of predators, birds, and reptiles lurking just outside your reach. You take your first unsteady steps, your legs shaking under your body's weight. You can barely move, let alone run, and you feel your heart race with panic. Suddenly, something shifts. A large bird-like creature swoops down from the sky, its sharp claws glinting in the sunlight. In an instant, one of your siblings is snatched up, dragged into the air. The shrill cry echoes in your ears and you freeze, rooted to the spot. The predator's eyes flicker over you and you know that it could easily take you too. It's too late to escape. But then you remember something. Survival instinct. You drop to the ground, crouching under the tall grass, holding your breath as best as you can. You feel the air move as the predator passes above you, but it doesn't seem to notice you. The bird continues its flight, disappearing into the distance. Your body relaxes only slightly, but the realization that you've escaped unscathed fills you with both relief and fear. For now, you're safe. But you know that this is only the beginning. You're not just learning how to survive, you're learning how to live. You understand now that every step could be your last, and that in order to survive, you'll need to stay hidden, move cautiously, and most importantly, never stop moving forward. It's a harsh lesson, but it's one that's been burned into your instincts from the moment you hatched. In this world, there is no place for weakness. Only those who can adapt, who can quickly learn to avoid danger and seize the right opportunities, will make it out alive. The wind picks up around you and you realize you're not alone. Other creatures are in the same struggle, trying to make their way in this dangerous world. You can hear the faint noises of other creatures, some bigger, some smaller, all with the same drive to survive. The sounds of the jungle are alive and they remind you that you're just one small part of a much bigger ecosystem, one that is constantly in flux. Every day brings a new challenge, a new obstacle, and the only way to survive is to keep moving, keep learning, and keep fighting for your place in this harsh new world. With each step you grow stronger, your legs more stable, your mind sharper. But there's no time to waste. The world is full of threats, and you know that your survival depends on how quickly you learn. You may be small, you may be vulnerable, but you've got one thing that will keep you alive. Your ability to adapt. You're not helpless anymore. You're becoming something more. Something that will survive. Now that you've made it through the first day, the real fun begins. You're no longer that fragile hatchling, but you're still small, unprotected, and very much vulnerable. You've spent the first few hours adjusting to the world outside of your egg, and while you're learning to navigate this new world, there's a constant pressure building. Survive. The world is as beautiful as it is dangerous. Your first instinct? To find food. The grass around you is thick and vibrant, a world teeming with life, but it's not as safe as it seems. Every rustling of the grass could be a potential threat or an opportunity for a meal. You begin exploring, your tiny legs weak at first, but slowly you start gaining confidence in each step. There's a sense of urgency that takes over you, pushing you forward. Your nose twitches as you detect the scent of insects nearby. The sun shines bright, warming your skin, but there's no time to bask. Hunger gnaws at your insides. You can't afford to waste time. You can't wait for someone to feed you. Every meal is a battle, and every moment spent not eating is a moment closer to starvation. You spot movement in the grass, bugs, small creatures darting around in a frenzy, unaware of the predator that lurks nearby. They look like easy prey, but that's the trick. In this world, nothing is easy. Even something as small as a bug has the potential to fight back or escape. As you creep closer, your heart races. You know you have to move quickly. The competition is fierce. Your siblings, the ones who hatched alongside you, are everywhere. They're just as hungry, just as determined. The ground shakes beneath you as one of them moves to intercept the same bug, but you won't let that stop you. You're faster. You lunge forward, your tiny body almost weightless as you pounce on the insect. Your jaws snap shut with a satisfying crunch. You've caught your first meal. For now, your hunger is sated, but you know it won't last long. Hunger will always return, and in the jungle, it's always a race against time. The more you eat, the stronger you become. But with strength comes danger. You're no longer the smallest one around. Your siblings are growing too. They're hungry too. And as you sharpen your survival instincts, you become more aware of the threats around you. You quickly learn the art of stealth. You keep to the shadows, you move cautiously, staying low to the ground. It's not enough to just find food, you have to keep it. Every meal you eat puts you one step closer to surviving, but it also puts you one step closer to getting eaten. You're not just fighting the environment, you're fighting for food, for space, and most importantly for your life. The sounds of the jungle are always in your ears, the rustling of leaves, the chirping of insects, and the occasional growl of a larger predator. Every sound is a reminder that you are not alone. There are bigger creatures out there. There are others just like you fighting for survival, and some of them are faster, stronger, and more cunning. You can feel their presence. Every time you think you're safe, every time you think you've found a peaceful spot to rest, something changes. You see a flash of movement in the grass, a large shadow passing overhead. You freeze. Your instincts tell you to move, but your body is still too slow. Before you know it, another sibling pounces, catching the insect before you can react. Your heart sinks for a moment. The food's gone. But it's not just food, it's survival. You can't afford to be slow, you can't afford to hesitate. Every second counts. Your eyes narrow as you watch the other sibling finish off the meal. This isn't over. This is just the beginning of your struggle for survival. You've got to stay sharp. You've got to fight for every meal. And so, the struggle continues. You move, you hide, you wait, you adapt. It's a harsh reality, but one you've come to accept. Survival isn't about being the strongest, it's about being the smartest, the quickest, the most resourceful. And for now, you're learning that lesson every day. The world might be dangerous, but you're not giving up. You've got a purpose, and it's clear. You're here to survive. The real challenge is just beginning. You're getting older now, and things aren't getting any easier. You're becoming more independent, but you're also starting to realize just how hard life really is. As you grow, you get stronger. But so do the dangers. You're learning to survive, but you're also learning how to compete for everything. Food, territory, survival. It's all a battle. Your instincts are sharper, your muscles stronger, but the world around you doesn't care. It's ruthless, and you've got no choice but to keep going. Every day you push yourself a little further. Your legs are longer, your claws sharper, your speed increasing with each passing hour. You're no longer just running from threats, you're becoming one. Your time on the fringes of the jungle is over. It's time to move deeper into the heart of the world that has been both your playground and your peril. The jungle is vast, and it's full of creatures far larger and more dangerous than you. You've seen the massive predators, the ones who seem to rule this place, and you've learned to steer clear. You thought you could hide from them forever, but now you realize that's not enough. They are just part of the world you're in, part of the game you have to play. Survival isn't about running from danger, it's about confronting it, adapting to it, and using it to your advantage. As your instincts sharpen, you begin to learn the true nature of the jungle. It's not just about finding food anymore, it's about hunting it. You've witnessed enough to know that a predator isn't just someone who chases after their food. A predator is someone who stalks, watches, waits. You've seen the way the larger creatures move, patient, quiet, lethal. You've seen them take down prey, methodically and efficiently. That's what you want to be. Not just a survivor, but a hunter, a true predator. Your first hunt is nothing like the chase you had as a child. It's not a sprint. It's a game of patience, of precision. You've learned to read the environment, to understand the patterns of your prey. You find a small group of herbivores grazing near a thicket. They're unaware of your presence, just as you were when you were their size. But now, the tables have turned. You're not the one who runs, you're the one who waits. You crouch low, blending in with the underbrush, your eyes locked on your target. The wind blows gently, helping cover your scent. You can feel the adrenaline start to build. You're not just hunting, you're learning. Every minute spent watching your prey is another minute spent preparing. You're learning how to move without making a sound, how to approach with deadly precision. Every twitch of your muscles is a rehearsal for the moment of strike. Finally, it happens. You spring forward with all your strength, moving faster than you've ever moved before. Your claws sink into the ground, propelling you forward. The prey panics, but it's too late. You're on them. Your jaws snap shut with precision, and before they can react, you've secured your meal. The feeling is exhilarating. It's the rush of the hunt, the sense of victory that comes with outsmarting your prey. You've done it. You've crossed the threshold from prey to predator. And now you realize there's no turning back. You've crossed a line, and the world around you is different. But even as you celebrate your first real victory, you understand that it's not enough. The jungle doesn't stop just because you've caught one meal. There's always something bigger, faster, and more dangerous lurking around the corner. The jungle is vast, but it's also crowded. You're not the only one trying to survive. The competition is fierce, and every kill you make puts a target on your back. As you grow, the stakes get higher. You can no longer afford to be careless. You've seen the signs. The predators who were once content to leave you alone are now watching you more closely. Your siblings, too, are becoming more competitive. They're bigger now, and they're no longer the helpless hatchlings you once knew. They're your rivals. Every meal, every territory is now up for grabs. You can feel the pressure building. It's not just about surviving anymore, it's about thriving. It's about proving that you're the strongest, the fastest, the most cunning. The jungle is your battleground, and only the toughest make it through. Your body is strong, but it's your mind that will set you apart. The challenges you face now are bigger, more complex. The jungle is no longer a place to hide, it's a place to fight. You've learned how to hunt, how to survive, how to fight. But you also know that survival isn't guaranteed. Every day is a new challenge, and the world around you keeps shifting. The competition is fierce, and one mistake could cost you everything. But for now, you're ready. You've become the predator you were always meant to be in this jungle. It's yours to conquer. The real battle is just beginning. Part 4. The final challenge. You're no longer that tiny hatchling, but you're far from invincible. As you grow older, you realize that the greatest challenge isn't surviving alone anymore. It's surviving in a world filled with competition. There are other raptors like you, and soon there will be more. But here's the thing. Only one can be the top predator. The world has changed. No longer is your survival just about food and shelter. It's about asserting dominance, proving you are the strongest, the smartest, the most capable of ruling this harsh and unforgiving jungle. The prey is no longer the only challenge. You now have to face rivals, those who eye your territory, your resources, your future. Now, you're living in a constant state of competition. You've claimed your territory, but there's always someone stronger, faster, or smarter. You've fought for your space, but there's always someone looking to take it from you. Survival isn't just about hunting anymore, it's about protecting what's yours. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and you've learned that the hard way. Your strength, your instincts, and your ability to outsmart your rivals are the only things that stand between you and the harsh reality of being dethroned. Every day, the tension builds. You patrol your territory relentlessly, marking your presence, challenging any newcomer that dares to step foot in your domain. It's a brutal existence, one where every encounter could be the one that determines your fate. You've faced many rivals in your time. Some were quick, others were smarter, and a few were stronger. But you've outlasted them all. The first time you took down an opponent, it felt like an initiation. You proved to yourself that you were capable of more than just surviving. You were capable of dominating. That victory gave you confidence, but also a deep understanding of the cost of power. For every moment of glory, there are endless hours of tension and threat. You can't afford to let your guard down. One misstep, one moment of complacency, and you could lose everything. But even as the competition intensifies, you continue to push forward. You've come this far. You've survived the odds, learned the tricks, and outlasted those who once threatened you. Now it's your turn to lead. You're the one others look to for survival tips. You've become the alpha, the one who rules the jungle. And yet, with every day that passes, a feeling lingers in the back of your mind. Time is catching up with you. You are no longer the young, hungry raptor you once were. Your muscles ache a little more with each step. Your reflexes aren't quite as quick. You've learned how to compensate, of course, using your experience, your cunning, and your knowledge of the land. But deep down, you know the truth. The world is changing, and so are you. But remember, this life is fleeting. No matter how strong you are, time catches up with everyone. Even the fiercest predator eventually has to face their own end. The next generation is coming, and they'll take the place of the old guard. The young, eager, and ruthless raptors are out there, biding their time, growing stronger. They watch you. They wait for their moment to challenge you. And when that moment comes, you'll be forced to face the reality of your age. The fight will be brutal, and the stakes couldn't be higher. But whether you win or lose, the inevitable remains. The cycle of life in the jungle will continue. In the end, you'll leave behind a legacy, a reminder that you were once the top raptor. Your reign may have been hard-earned, but it was yours. And even if the world moves on, your story will live on, just like the many predators who've come before you. You will not be forgotten. Your actions will echo through the jungle, a testament to your strength, your dominance, and your will to survive. But as the time approaches, you'll find a quiet spot, a place where you can rest, knowing that you've done everything you can. You'll watch the younger raptors take the lead, knowing that they too will face the same challenges, the same trials, and ultimately the same fate. It's the way of the jungle. The strongest rise, the weak fall. And yet, the jungle remains, forever shifting, forever evolving. The battle for dominance never ends. Your last breath will be the mark of an era. The world moves on, but for now, you rest. The cycle continues.